Success is a journey, not a destination. It's the continual pursuit of improvement and growth with each step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to your dreams. On my first day of selling timeshare, I was told to shadow the top 3 salespeople, taking notes, and then start selling. That was the extent of my training. And unfortunately, I failed miserably. I didn't sell a single timeshare in 30 days. My sales manager, Mr. Peterson, called me into his office. I knew I was about to be fired. He threw the marketing report at me and said, "Kimberly, look at these sales stats and tell me, what do you have to say for yourself?" I glanced at the report. The numbers were clear. I had cost the company thousands of dollars a month. I meekly said, "Mr. Peterson, if I were you, I would fire me too." He laughed out loud. Ha 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 ha! One of those big hearty laughs that fills a room. "That's exactly why I'm not going to fire you," he said. "Your attitude is fantastic." He continued laughing. Ha 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 ha! Unsure of what else to do, I started to laugh too. Okay. Then he said something amazing. "Kimberly, I've been watching you, and you don't have conviction." That's what he said. "In this product, to be successful, you got to have conviction. You need to believe it's important for families, but you have the right attitude, and that's crucial. I'm going to give you another 30 days. Let's see if my gamble pays off, because I'm a gambling man." Well, he went to Vegas a lot. Those words ignited something in Mr. Peterson. Mr. Peterson saw potential in me that I hadn't seen in myself. So I was determined to succeed. I watched the top 3 salespeople closely, taking notes on their every move. I just observed those 3 salespeople, I needed to change my thinking. I wanted their results, and I had a burning desire to succeed, especially to escape my failing marriage. That's another story. The sales floor was a lively place with bottles of champagne on tables and a gong in the middle of the room, like a Chinese gong that we struck whenever a sale was made, and it created an electric atmosphere. So watching the top sellers, Rudy, the cowboy, Tom, the energetic guy, and Italian, and Dennis, the hustler, was like watching a masterclass in timeshare performance art. They had enthusiasm, and they had charm and professionalism. I approached Rudy first. "Rudy, I think you're amazing, and I'm struggling, and I really need a mentor. Would you please help me? Buy you a couple drinks after work?" To my relief, he agreed. Maybe it was the drinks. And I studied his every move, gesture, and responses, mimicking him in front of my mirror at night with my notebook. I did the same with Tom as well as Dennis, learning different styles, watching their body language and techniques from each of these top producers. Despite my efforts, I didn't sell anything for 7 days straight. But I kept my positive attitude. I watched out for my coconut, as we say in the Caribbean. I studied and practiced relentlessly every single night in front of a mirror like an actress rehearsing her lines. Then finally, I made my first sale. The rush was incredible. My mentors high-fived me, and Mr. Peterson himself came out to congratulate me, and he yelled, "Now that's what I'm talking about!" From that day on, I started selling and selling and selling and selling, and in 9 months flat, I achieved my $1 million sales goal. At the awards banquet, I received a huge trophy, one of those big giant kind they don't give you anymore. And I felt immense pride as Mr. Peterson handed it to me. And my mentor supported me and congratulated me that night and made it one of the most significant nights of my career. I'll never forget it. You know, what's interesting is not everyone followed my path. There were so many rookie salespeople and mediocre salespeople, and I got hired at the same time as most of them. And they spent most of their time complaining about the tours, about life, rather than taking the initiative to learn from the top closers. I noticed that they never asked for help or tried to emulate the top performers. They just looked at them with eyes of green envy every time they got a sale. But I was obsessed with the top salespeople, their success. And my approach paid off. Thus began my journey of studying the most successful timeshare people I've ever worked with. My fervent hope is that the tips and strategies and techniques in my book, as well as my online course, you can check it out in the description, will help you become the rock star person you were meant to be and avoid all those years of struggle. So let's do this and go out and sell something.